Welcome back to another episode of Leo Builds It. Thank you for coming back and continue watching my channel. I appreciate it. Today I'm working in the shed. This morning, I thought I'd wake up earlier than the airplanes would be flying overhead, so I wouldn't have to stop my thought process and wait for them to pass and edit that part out afterwards. But so far so good. They're not flying overhead. They're flying out from the north track that I unfortunately live on. So today I have three things I want to accomplish. Number one, I want to finish cleaning out the worktop, sort through all the stuff that's on it, get rid of all the trash, stuff I'm not going to use, stuff that I kept just in case I was ever going to use it. But realistically, if you don't use it in 6 months, there's a good chance that you're not going to use it at all. Number two, I have some wood shingles that I'm putting on the back side of the shed that you guys saw me do in a previous video. I have more. I want to finish doing that, or as much of that as I can do, to get that squared away. And number three, and the most important one, the one I hope that the weather holds out, because I finished the roof for the storage shed. I have the peel and stick roofing that I want to use for it to make it watertight. However, it's our rainy season now, after however many years of not having one, a real one. We have a tropical depression on the Gulf Coast. It's not really called a depression yet. It's still a tropical rain is what they're labeling it as. So it's got some wind, but it's a lot of rain. It's been raining non-stop for 4 to 6 hours for the last week. In the last week we've had over a foot of water land here in Orlando. So I want to hopefully around lunchtime, 12 o'clock, high noon, get up on that roof that I made, lay out the peel and stick shingle roofing. It was a cheaper alternative than buying $30 packs, three $30 packs of roofing shingles, because it was a $38 roll. It's a 3 foot by he said 70 foot roll, so it gives like 200 square feet of usable roofing that you can cover. I'm only going to be covering about 55, maybe 60 square foot of roofing, so I'm not going to be using a whole lot of it. So I might double up on it, or I might just save it so when I want to do the next roofing project for my shed, which is in this shed here, I want to go from a gamble roofing to a slant style roofing, so that way I can put solar panels on the roof of this shed, insulate the crap out of it, make it all nice and watertight, and then, my friends, I can have a more. And the idea of doing that, it's not because I want it to match the aesthetic of the new shed. It's to have more southern facing roof side of the house. So that's my thinking. I'm thinking I did the math already with 2x8s versus using 2x6. I'm going to try to recycle the plywood sheathing that they have on this shed. I'm going to try to, that's fairly cheap. So for about $300, including buying new plywood sheathing, I could redo the roof line, which is awesome. I'm not building a new shed. I'm just redoing an existing roof. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to contact a local building contractor or someone that builds sheds to get their idea of how drastic I'd have to do it if I even have to apply for a permit. This is a unheated space. The permits were pulled to build it, and I'm just gonna modify the way it looks. Not gonna add more square footage yet. I just want to change the roof line so that when water comes off of it, it goes to the south side of the property, and therefore it doesn't, doesn't make other things wet like the eastern side of the shed. Well, a quick recap from the earlier half of the video. It's about 9:40 right now. 9:40. I'm about to start getting ready to work on the other half of my shingling project for the rear of the shed. Sorry if I'm out of view. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that next. I cleaned off the worktop. Not all the way off. It's cleaner. I sorted through a lot of junk. I sorted through hardware that I had laying around in boxes, little containers. You start a project and life happens. Wife comes on and says, "Okay, let's go." You have to stop what you're doing. You don't have time to put your screws back where they came out of. And after a few weeks or months of that, you have a bunch of little boxes with screws in it. So I have these nesting tool cases from Home Depot. They were 2 for $10 on Black Friday, and I bought 2 sets. So I bought 2 of those sets, and I've been putting my hardware in it. Stuff like my tap and die kit. I have one just for my solar panel setup. So when I'm going through and adding more batteries, I don't have to go digging around looking for the connectors. It's all in one spot. My ratcheting wrenches are in there in one, along with impact drivers for my impact driver. Bunch of other stuff, they're handy. I cleaned up a little bit over there. I'll show you guys later when I go through and when I'm completely done. You'll see how it looks for now, and then I'll be evolving into the next stage, which hopefully today I can get the peel and stick roofing on that storage shed, so I can get that going. I want to be taking some time lapse of me working on the back side of the shed and fixing some of the shingles that bowed out because of the water. And then the idea is, once I have all that done, paint it with whatever's left over from the paint from when they painted the shed, so it'll be gray. So the shingles were not going to just sit there and dry rot under the hot Florida sun. So that's basically what I'm working on right now. So as of right now, it's 10 a.m. The work area is pretty much clean. I know this has a really wide angle so you guys can see this. So it's cleaned out. The computer I had over here in the last video, I spent about 6 hours working on it, trying to get it to boot into Mac OS. I had a hard drive partition that wouldn't boot. After a while, I gave up on it. I wiped it, put Windows 7 on it, put it on eBay, and I sold it for 115 bucks. A free computer that you find just driving around. Just add some RAM I had laying around, and I added a hard drive. So with that came to the next project I'll be working on after or during the rain, while it's raining and I'm waiting for stuff to dry outside. To the right of that is a knockoff mini NES that I picked up on a website called Top Hatter. I paid, it's an auction based website, and it goes on dollar increments, and it's 90-second auctions. So this one had free shipping. I paid $2 for this. I just tested it on my TV over there, and it works. I mean, it has a bunch of knockoff NES games on it, but I'm going to give this to my 12-year-old to play with. And he's into all these retro games anyway, so he'll like this. I also, the corner that was a mess in the last video is a neater pile. These are drill bits and tools. Right, this is the drill bits and tools. This is my older one that I got for free from my previous employer. Just getting the switch for it. So these are drill bits. These are extra tools that have little bins. I'm gonna get rid of that. This is all gonna get cleaned out. My extra keyboard for my Hackintosh build. So that being said, thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Well, I was able to finish some of the shingling that I was doing out in the back before this started happening again. So the peel and stick roofing was gonna have to wait until probably next weekend, or some night that's not raining this week after it's been a relatively hot day. Hopefully the plywood won't go bad and I won't have to replace it. But damn, man, you know, you make plans and this is what life gives you, nothing but rain. Well, I guess I can start working on my Hackintosh, so I'll be doing that next. Thanks, bye.